Hi everybody, my name is Robin and welcome to my channel, Bird's Eye Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you're new here, then welcome. Hopefully you are here because you have a love of cross stitch like I do. And if you're returning, then you are of course still welcome. You are clearly here because you have a love of cross stitch, just like I do. Today is not a normal video. This is a Flosstube Extra. It is a Flosstube Extra because, well, I got my market order in. And I ordered so much that it came in an actual box. So a box means it is worthy of its own video. So I did most of my market orders this year through Lindy Stitches, and the way that she set up market this year was you could go online and each day you could check out and kind of see what was new and what was popping up, and you could actually make your order, you know, one item at a time. And that's really what I did. I was going on every couple days and I would look to see what the new things that they were showing off for market were. And if I liked it, I was like, oh, it's $20, it's $12, whatever it is, right? In the end, she combined it all, so you didn't have to pay for shipping and all of that stuff. And what happened was, like $12 to $20 at a time, you get a box. So let's see what we have in here. Also, don't let my dog fool you. I swear she's happy. She just looks sad because, well, she brought in a grasshopper right before I started filming. She was very proud of the grasshopper. I think she might be part cat. She brought it in, she rolled around on it, she killed it, she showed it off, all the things. But then I took the grasshopper away, and so now she's kind of pouting. Yes, I'm talking about you. But I have to film this. So you gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta wait. All right, we'll get right into it. Here we go. This is the box. This is what's inside the box. Okay, so you have the small things on top. Here is what I got from Market 2026. No joke, Market 2025, I bought nothing. I'm making it up for it. I made up for it this time. Okay, first thing I'm pulling out of here, and this is kind of like Christmas because I forgot what all I put in here. So first thing I have is these little pins. So I literally only got these because I don't quite know how to use them. Like, everybody loves these. I don't own any. I don't own any of these little pins that are fancy like this. I have some that have beads on top, but none that have like these types of beads or clay beads. I don't know, whatever these things are. But I don't really know how to use them. So I got them so I can talk to Tammy and say, what do I do with these? Besides, I do have a little like tomato over here on my cross stitch cart. I guess they could go on there for decoration, but I feel like I could put them in like a piece. So Tammy, help me. What do I do? I have them, how do I use them? Where am I gonna put this stuff? The dog's now on my lap, so it's gonna go over here. Okay, next up was a couple of needle minders. I don't think these were necessarily market pieces, but since I was buying stuff, she just kind of held it. So I have two needle minders. One of them, they are both from Jessica. This one's from Jessica Long Embroidery. How cute is that? It is me in a needle minder. I love the colors. It's got a bird, all the things. And then because I am a huge Gilmore Girls fan, it's probably the only show that I watch just about once a year all the way through. I've been eyeing this for a while, the Luke's Diner needle minder. This one's by Glitterland. Looks like this. Okay, because I was a little bit worried about missing out, what's the phrase? FOMO, I had FOMO. I like how every year how Cottage Garden, is that what these are called? Yeah, Cottage Garden Threads, they always put together like a special floss pack just for market, and then there's a bunch of charts that are released using those colors. So I'm trying to figure out how to open this because there's a card in front of it. Even though these are not the colors I usually gravitate towards, I hated how in previous years I didn't pick up this pack, and then I did find charts that I liked, and then of course I didn't have the pack, so then I had to go and find them one at a time. So I picked it up this time. They are blues, purples, all of that. They look like this. Super pretty. And this is, there's a name for it, but you all have seen this. There's a bunch of different charts all through market release that all use just these 4 colors. One of those charts is right on top. I actually got this one to stitch for a friend who absolutely loves seahorses. So this is Stitchy Pro's Anchored Tails. It is using the Beneath the Waves palette. There we go. I knew I'd find it eventually. But it looks like this. This one's not usually my style, but again, I did pick this up to stitch for a friend, where this is 100% her style, both in color and in the seahorses. Next up, I picked this piece up. It is patriotic, and I have a couple of different patriotic pieces in this box, but this one I picked up in particular because it was like me in a patriotic piece. This is Glory in the Wind by Robin Pickens. It's the flag, but it's bluebirds. It's like the bluebirds are carrying the flag. It is giving me some Snow White vibes, you know, with all the birds that bring all the ribbon. Or maybe it's Cinderella. Cinderella, I think the birds carry the ribbon in Cinderella, but I really like that a lot. I don't know if I'll stitch the established 1776 and all that. I might just do the actual flag. We'll have to see. This one I picked up on a whim because I don't have a whole lot of Easter pieces. Now, I will be solving that in this box. You're gonna see a couple, but I really like this one. This is Hands On Design, Hey Peter. How cute is this? He's got little glasses on. I have glasses that I wear for work, and they are a similar color blue, not quite the same shape, but they are a little bit similar to this. So I thought this would be really cute to stitch up and have at my work for Easter time. Next up, this one is not something I would normally gravitate towards. I don't know, I really liked it. I liked it, it made me smile. It's Autumn Lane Stitchery's A Spooky Bite. So Valentine's, Easter, and just over this past year, I picked up a whole bunch of Halloween. I didn't used to have a whole lot of Halloween. We're fixing that. One of the previous large hauls that I showed, I had quite a bit of Halloween in there, and this one, of course, is Halloween, but kind of the whole spooky vibe, so I thought that was cute. These next ones are my husband's fault, 100%. So let me put them in order. There we go. Okay, so these ones my husband actually got. He's not a stitcher, but he supports me in the hobby, of course, and he loves helping me pick out different patterns. He saw these and really liked them. He liked them enough that he said, add those to the bag, and so I did. I have 4 patterns by Boomerang Stitches. They are all trick or treat, and they are pigeons dressed up in different costumes. So I think the idea is eventually, who knows when, I don't know when I'm stitching any of this, but eventually to stitch all of these on one big piece of fabric, or maybe 4 with the same frame and then put them up side by side. But the first one is Trick or Tweet Percy, and he is dressed up like a pirate. How cute is that? Then we have Willa, who is dressed up like a witch. Willa the Witch. Fitz the Frankenstein. Gary, I expect you to stitch this at some point in your life. Go. And then my favorite one is Bee, the Bride of Frankenstein. Look at this hair. How cute is that? Love it. Next up is another chart from Boomerang Stitches, and this is using the Beneath the Waves palette. This is my favorite one of the Beneath the Waves palette, and it's just super fun. So the reason that I got this is because I have the chart from Boomerang Stitches that is the pigeon that's under the lamppost with a very similar background. And I thought it would be fun if I ever finished that one to then have this one kind of nearby it, just because they have a very similar background, a very similar theme. And then last but not least, from Boomerang Stitches, this is what got me down the whole path of Boomerang Stitches, Fruit Dove Frenzy. There is at least one group of people that are starting this on April 1st. I'll talk about that in my next video, but seriously, look at the colors. Look at the colors. They're birds, there's fruit. I absolutely had to have this one. Loved it. Like, look at this one. How pretty is that? Love them. All right, after that, I went down the path of the blue flower. I love blue flower. First one that caught my eye was the Heart's Garden. It's got flowers, it's got butterflies. I think this was my very first purchase from Market. Then I hemmed and I hawed on this one. This is Coneflower Chorus. I was gonna pass on this one at first, which I don't know why I was thinking that, because look at these birds. Look, they're just beautiful. But then they came out with a floss pack. The floss pack sold me. So the floss pack has Valdani threads. So as soon as this came out, both of these jumped in my cart. I don't know when I'm starting this, but I want to start it soon. I need to finish some things so I can start some things. Next up was Merry Menagerie 2024. I got this because I pretty much always collect these. They're just so fun, and the one that two of them jumped out at me is, of course, look at these little birds holding the little ornaments here. So cute. And then I have to stitch this for my daughter at some point. Have to. She used to always want to keep one of these creatures as a pet. She never did, but she always loved them when she was younger. I would tell you what it is, but the word has jumped out of my brain. So what the heck are these things called? I'll have to text her and ask her and say, what the heck are these again? But she always wanted one. She specifically wanted a pink one, which I think is the albino one, so I'm gonna have to stitch this one for her. All right, we are now to the large chart, so I gotta flip it upside down just to pull them out of the box here. Oh, no. All right, next up is a huge patriotic piece, huge. Another one where I don't know when I will stitch it, but I fell in love with the idea of stitching this. This is Plum Street Samplers, A Worthy Patriot. This is actually Carolyn's fault. If you have watched one of her recent videos where she goes over her market haul and she says that one of them was her in a patriotic piece, that was true. I don't think this is me in a patriotic piece, that's more the bird one. But when I was messaging her about both, she said I needed to have this, and that's all it really took, was I needed to have this. But these doves up top, I love all of the different blocks. I mean, that is a beast. That is a beast of a block. But the rest of it's not so bad, right? Like, look at the little horses. Just every block is full of a lot of fun. So now this border, and that border's gonna take a hot minute, but I don't know when I'm stitching this, but I really, really, really liked it. Maybe after I finish my big Christmas piece, not Hawk Run Hollow, but Little House Needleworks. This is giving me a similar vibe, maybe because it has little people. Yeah, I like it though. I know my husband will like this piece. This one, I had a number of people message me about, asking if I had seen it, was I going to get it? The answer was yes and yes. This was Pink Wren by Jessica Doisy. this one, the pink wren piece. So pretty. Look at this one in particular, the pink one. Yeah, definitely need to stitch that piece. This one I picked up because it was just fun. It was kind of whimsical. It's Barbara Anna Designs Mice Tails. Right here. This is why I picked this piece up. For one, I love the cuckoo clock. I actually have one that looks very, very similar hanging up in my kitchen. The parrot in a cage, super cute. But this. She's like a cranky looking lady, which I would be too if I had a bunch of mice in my house. No joke. But how cute is that? I don't know when I'm gonna stitch it, but I really liked it. Next grouping here looks like is Satsuma Street. I love Satsuma Street. Colors, they're probably my favorite. In my top five designers is Satsuma Street. So the first one that caught my eye was Cross Stitch for a Happy World Eulogy, which is the collection and study of birds' eggs. This just seemed like Easter, and it was birds, and the colors meant they were just super pretty, and it was meant to be. Look at this one. These are beasts, like they are full coverage eggs, so each one is a lot of stitching, but so worthwhile. After that, I picked up, this is Noel Sampler. So I have one very similar to this. And what I really like about these is not so much stitching the whole thing together. Like I would maybe do the Noel, but I really like how you can do each little square as its own thing. So making them for Christmas gifts and things like that, little bag tags and whatnot. I have two that are similar to this for that purpose. Next up is from Twin Peak Primitives. This is a float. I feel like I'd seen this one before. I don't know that it was necessarily a market release. Or maybe I've just seen something similar to it. But what really got me, honestly, was the color of the sails in this boat. Like the whale being the bottom, super fun, kind of whimsical, which I like. I have quite a few nautical theme pieces where, I don't know, I just get in the mood. I don't know if I'm just in the mood to go to the ocean or what, but sometimes I just really like to stitch on boats and lighthouses and things like that. And this one, I just really loved the color of all these sails, and this whale is really well done. It looks like it's all just cross stitch. I wasn't sure if there is specialty stitches in that, but it's just crosses. It's a really fun piece. I can't wait to start this one. Again, when am I starting it? I don't know. All right, we have two left because it has been 18 minutes of straight haul. So much greatness. All right, last two. They're both birds, shocker, but they have very, very different feels. The first one is from Counting Puddles, Raven's Harvest Moon. Now, this one looks very complicated. It looks like this. Okay. I got this one because of Candy, the 614 stitcher. Hi, Candy. She has been inspiring me over the last year plus. When Candy first started stitching, and at least when she first started doing Flosstube, she was all about like the Ada, full X's, plain cotton, like there will be no specialty stitches, there will be no 40 count, yada yada. Nope. Now, fast forward, she is like 40 count all day long. Her specialty stitches are beautiful. She has done the work, and I need to catch up. So this piece, I have no idea what this even is. Do they just like tack floss to the fabric? I don't know, but I got this to learn. It's a beast of a piece to learn on, I know, but I don't even know why I like it. Like, look at this pumpkin, kind of gives me the same feel as the really fancy pumpkins that Carolyn from C6 Stitch are stitching. I don't know. Again, when will I start it? Don't know. When will I do the specialty stitches to finish it? I really don't know, but one day it'll happen. Last but certainly not least, we have 1910 Bird and a Pear, a reproduction. Very different vibe from my pigeons and fruit, or whatever that piece is called. Pigeons, fruit doves, fruit birds. You know what I mean. But it's similar. There's fruit and there's birds. These are like the grown-up, you know, like the grown-up fancy home looking birds with the fruit, like the art wall, right? When you go into some homes that have the beautiful art wall. I have a bird wall, not an art wall, but these will look great on the bird wall or anywhere else. Will I stitch the fruit? I have no idea, probably not, but I bought this for the birds. So, super pretty, super pretty. Okay, that wraps up my massive market haul. So, what all did you guys get? Do you guys have any of the pieces that I purchased? I'm sure you do, and if you do, when do you plan to start them? I have 2 or 3 pieces that will be wrapping up this month, very close, which is exciting, which means I have room to start 1 or 2 of these pieces. I already have another item up to start, so it'll just depend on how quickly I get my 3rd piece finished. But I do have some room to start some new things. What of this haul do I need to start right away? What do you want to see? So comment down below on that. I will see you, if I don't film tomorrow, because it's been a whole week, we'll see what happens, then I will see you next week. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you love a good haul video like I do. Happy stitching, and I will see you next time.